welcome to the stream. Half an hour later than I usually start, but you know what? I couldn't freaking decide what to do today, damn it. So, if you're in Discord, you probably saw I did a flash poll. And the results were pretty close anyway, so it could have very well ended up being that I just had the coin flip because they were so close. But luckily, top 25 lists won by 1 vote. So that's what we're going to do today. We get to update my top 25 lists, whatever ones I feel like doing. I was thinking I would do anime. I haven't updated it since this should actually be... Yeah, August 2024 was the last time I updated it. On a stream I did last summer. So it has been about a year and a half. A little less than a year and a half since I last updated it. So this definitely could update. It's the same spreadsheet you guys would have seen last time. I was considering... I also updated my top 25 video games last time. That was also the same, like, summer 2024. I have not updated my top 25 best girls, waifus, since June of 2022. You guys can't see it because it's off on the side. Let me just move that over. June 2022. I haven't updated that in 3.5 years. I've watched a lot of anime since then. I've played a lot of games since then. I think this list would see a drastic overhaul if I were to update my best girl list. Same thing for best guys. June 2022 is when I last updated it. That would see a pretty drastic overhaul, I think. And then I have all sorts of other random... I have like a top 25 episode list. I haven't updated this since like 2020, I think. Top insert songs, top anime OPs. That's another one that I want to do at some point. I don't think I've updated this for like 3 or 4 years. But I love OPs and insert songs and all of that kind of stuff. So I think that would be fun to update. When did I last do that? Actually, I know I have it saved somewhere. But yeah, so we'll pretty much just be hanging out, taking it easy, chatting. Should be a pretty chill stream. Hello Noel, hello Cashew, hello Uiru, hello Armando, hello Wasabi, hello any lurkers. I hope it's going well. Let me check real quick. When I last updated my best openings list. Of course, I'm in the wrong Google account. Top 25s. Damn. I haven't updated my best openings since April 2020. It's been almost 6 years since I've updated my best anime OP list, which is kind of crazy. I think I had a pick save. Yeah, I do. So this is a massive... I like making collages of my like top favorites for stuff. As of April 2022, this was my collage for my top 25 anime OPs. It's ordered as it usually was, so it's like 25, 4, 3, 2, 1 at the top, and then my top 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 at the bottom. I like just doing like a picture of like one of my favorite shots from the OP or something in the collage, because I think that's just a lot of fun to look at. So all of them are meant to be like, if you know when you see it. Definitely need to get Angel Beats out of there. Angel Beats my beloved. Hey! Angel Beats OP is really good. In my opinion. Let's see how many of these I know. We had Iridoku, My Hero Season 2, Chunibyo, Clannad. I think that's Clannad After Story. Erased, Fate Apocrypha, Golden Kamui. I think that's Gurren Lagann. Dragon Maid, Parasite, Angel Beats, Kill la Kill, Sword Art. Harukana Receive, I believe, is the one next to Sword Art. Death Parade, Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, Working, Steins Gate, Noragami, Psychopass, Grand Blue, Darling in the Franxx, Kisnaver, Guilty Crown, Your Lie in April. Ooh! Oh, I can still name all top 25. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Junior Bill's an all-timer. That is absolutely an all-timer. I feel like 23 is kind of low, but again, it has been 5.5 years, basically. Almost 6 years since I updated this, so I don't know. I don't know what the odds are that this stays even remotely the same. Grand Blue, I love the opening for. Angel Beats spent the night yesterday? Really? That's kind of saucy. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm pretty open to what lists I update. I had been assuming anime would be really fast, I think, because it's only like a year worth of stuff. But like best girls, waifus, I think that could be fun to do. It's been 3.5 years. You know, I've seen a lot of anime. I've played a lot of FGO since then. I started playing Nikkei. I started playing Uma. Like, a lot of those could end up updating. I could update the OPs. That would end up mean I'm going to end up watching some of the OPs on stream, skimming through them to remind myself of them. So I would definitely get claimed and have to edit the VOD after the fact, I think. But I could update that. That's a shit ton of OPs to look at, though. What other stuff did I have here? Episodes would be too hard. What other stuff was I working on? I had top 25 scenes. Like my favorite top 25 scenes in an anime. Which is very specific. I had top 25 episodes I already talked about. I had my top 25 endings, as in like the ending to a story. All of the pictures were like, I don't know if I could put that one on. I really like that because it's a mix of anime, manga, movies, TV shows. Like you have games, you have 5 different media types showing up in that collage, but it does show a picture from the ending of a bunch of different series. So I don't know if they're all meant to be like, if you know, you know kind of pictures, but oh yeah, top 25 insert songs I had. I haven't updated that one in about 5.5 years also. This was my top 25 insert song collage. Again, every single one is just if you know kind of thing. Like, if you've seen the anime, you probably recognize what the song is or where it comes from. But I really like insert songs. Nier Automata ending? That would be in there if I were to update the list. I hadn't played it at the time that I made it. I know it's super old now, but no Lucky Star. I haven't seen Lucky Star. I've heard it's good. It's on my list. Top 5 Umas? McQueen, Taishin, Nice Nature. Oh, geez. That's 3. Once you do number 4 and 5, that's... But yeah, so this one has Devilman Crybaby. I think that might be Recreators as the number 24 spot. Your Name, ReZero, Carolyn Tuesday. I think that's K-On! At number 20. Angel Beats, My Hero, Your Lie in April, Angel Beats Again, 3 Angel Beats songs. The baseball one obviously makes me the saddest and is very, very good. Bang Dream, Steins Gate, Gurren Lagann, Bang Dream, Made in Abyss, A Place Further Than the Universe, Carolyn Tuesday, K-On!, Bang Dream, K-On!, Place Further Than the Universe. Makoto Shinkai movie that I'm blanking on the name of, Weathering with You, and Promare at number 1. When Bochi pops off, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, this wasn't updated for, I think this is like a 3.5-year-old list too. So that definitely warrants an update. Libero Me From Hell. Gurren Lagann's too freaking good, man. It's too freaking good. I'm seeing a pattern of slice of life. When there's a slice of, like K-On! And A Place Further, I would say are both slice of life. If you have a good slice of life show, but then it has like an emotional insert song, that gets me every time. Every time. music-focused anime definitely will get me with good inserts, so like Angel Beats, Bang Dream. If I updated this, I would have another Bang Dream, I would have D4DJ, like, I had that K-On! Song you've got there with Azusa holding the picture on Mustache, and I was tearing up while playing it. It's so good. I tear up whenever I see that scene. The, like, her little, like, please don't graduate, and then it goes into the song, and I'm like, oh, don't hit me with the please don't graduate. See, this is what I say with, like, I'm really weak to goodbyes and stuff, like, whether that's the end of an adventure and people go their own ways, whether it's a graduation from, like, school or college, whether it's somebody dying, like, any kind of goodbye in any way, it will always get me. We out here. Hello, Eric. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, that was the insert song list. What else did I have here? So this is... Oh, geez, this one's humongous. This one is endings for, like, anime endings. So, like, there's the openings, the OPs. This is the ending list, the EDs. So, again, if you know, you know, for the whole list. We had Dragon Maid. I believe that's Shinsekai Yori is the number 24. Today's Menu with the Emiya family. I'm kind of blanking on what number 22 is. 21's Attack on Titan. 20, that might be The Beginning. Guilty Crown. Erased. Fate Babylonia. Origairu. Are those the Dango? They are indeed. Yeah, that's Clannad at number 5. I can't really see 15 well. What is 15? Oh, Working. My Hero, Angel Beats, Full Metal Brotherhood, Grand Blue. I think that's Vinland Saga at 10. Kakiguri, Dog and the Franks. The show number 7 is a show I didn't watch, but I liked the ending so much that it's in my top 10. I can't think. Oh, Asobi Asobase is the name of it. 6, I can't really tell what 6 is. It looks like it might be ReZero. Clannad, A Place Further Than the Universe, Kakiguri. Food Wars at number 2. Recreators, number 1. The Recreators ED is so good. But again, this is like a many years old list. You monster! I love it. What do you mean don't graduate? My folks are paying for these tuition fees. Yes, I want to graduate so I don't have as many student loans. But I don't want to graduate because it means saying bye to all my friends. Gotta play Heaven Burns Red someday. Lots of Jun Maeda love. I do love the music in his shows. That is true. What else I got here? OPs, inserts. This is my episodes one. So again, all of these pictures for episodes are meant to be like, none of them are spoilers. They're all like, if you know kind of things. But if you've seen the show and you have seen that episode, then you would know what episode each picture is specifically referring to. This is, once again, like a 3-year-old list. I haven't updated most of these lists since, I think games, like my top 25 games and my top 25 anime, are the only lists that I've updated within the last 3 years. 3.5 years. So a lot of these are very out of date. But I find it so fun to like make the list and rank it and then make the collages. Like it just reminds me so much of how much I loved each of those episodes or characters or whatever it is. That's Clannad at number 1 for Login. Multiple K-On! Ones in here. multiple Violet Evergarden, multiple Steins Gate. I love the picture at the top middle. That's like, again, I try to pick like one of my favorite shots from the episode when I pick it, but that shot of like the flame with the people in front of the flame is, woo, baby. I wasn't even a huge fan of that show. Like, goddamn, was the cinematography and the music and everything so good in that. I think I gave the show like a 6 though. But that episode was 10 out of 10. One of my favorite collages that I've ever made, since I'm distracted talking about them while I'm thinking about it here, is there was a trend going around on... I used to be relatively active on like anime Twitter. I've mentioned before that before I streamed, I made anime videos, so I was on anime Twitter pretty often. I like had YouTube friends who also made videos. I still keep in touch with some of them. They also made anime-related stuff. Like, I was active on the anime subreddit. I was involved in the community a little bit. But there was a trend going around to make, like, again, like a top list. So you were supposed to pick your top 9 characters, waifus, best guys, whatever it is, for a specific hair color. So you would pick, like, your top 9 who have red hair, your top 9 who have orange hair, blonde hair, blue hair, silver hair, brown hair, black hair, all the hair colors. And then you would put them in a massive collage all together as like a gradient. So you could see the hair color like gradually change throughout. So this was mine. I think that's super visually appealing. So it's red, orange, yellow, or blonde, pink, blue, purple, white, brown, black. So I think the gradient, like seeing it move, is just so satisfying to me. This is also super out of date though. I did this like 3 or 4 years ago. And I really had to dig deep for some of these lists because there's a lot of different hair colors. Yeah, I don't know. I think making collages is a lot of fun. Top 9 blue hair waifus that didn't win? Yeah. That's the loser bracket, unfortunately. Well, I mean, there's a couple winners in there. Yeah, this is definitely out of date. Who's the blue hair OC who looks like Ram? The blue hair OC who looks like Ram? That's brutal. Jahi? Jahi is what I would consider 10 out of 10 character design. God tier right there. Also, Yuna in the Haunted Hot Springs had so many good girls and characters in there. Like the girl to the right of Jahi was from Yuna. That was a damn good rom-com. I wish it got more seasons. My man. See, I feel like down here though, like I know you like your silver hair. So Okita Alter, I think I've talked about before with you. She's the middle, second from the bottom on the left. And then right next to her, Beelzebub from the slime. I Killed Slime for 300 Years anime. She's good. I am very weak to white hair. Yeah, you got Alice in there? I know that you mentioned Alice recently. But yeah, a lot of good stuff in there. Just sucks that most are done to promote their source material. Yeah. I will say, in recent years, I was just talking to one of my friends about this recently, but white hair plus red, yellow eyes. Well, then you would love John Alter from FGO. right next to Alice Nakari. The recent years, like the past 2 to 3 years, it feels like we're getting way more sequels than we used to. It's almost like the anime industry is finally realizing that if a show is popular and they keep making more of it, people will keep watching it and talking about it and buying merch. Whoa, crazy. Aresh or Ishtar? Aresh. I like both of them a lot. Top 25 FGO characters is another list I have to update for a while, but I do have a preference for Aresh. OST tracks. I forgot I was working on this a while ago. Drill to Heaven with your XXX. They probably should have called it something else, but that's a damn good OST track. Place Where Wishes Come True. That's the sunflower scene. You Say Run's iconic. Oh, FGO Servants. Yeah, I haven't updated this in a long time. I need more Ishtar, but Aresh is goated. They're both amazing. You really can't go wrong either way. Oops. I clicked on the wrong thing. Silly me. Silly me. Yapping time. Damn right, Bacon. This whole stream is a yapping stream. Alright, let's try and update my favorite anime, because that shouldn't take too long. So I last updated it August 2024. So what we need to do is just check what anime since August 2024 have I watched in the last year and a half that I think has a good chance of potentially breaking into the top 25. Another Planet Enjoyer? Yeah, number 1. So I have my good old anime spreadsheet, which I've shown you guys before, where I have every anime that I've ever watched and I rank it. Oh, you can't really see. I'd have to expand this a little bit. Let me expand it real quick. Where I rank every anime I've watched. I rate its story, animation, soundtrack, characters, how much I enjoy it, overall score. Where I watched it, I do like a little write-up on my thoughts of it. All that kind of stuff. So I have a pretty good... I keep track of every anime I've seen and what day I finished it on, so I can see like a timeline of when. So I last updated in August, so that means starting right here, starting from row number 419, Delicious in Dungeon Meshi. Everything from here on is stuff that I finished since then that then would be eligible. I would say Dungeon Meshi definitely is a possibility. Oops. I'm gonna put them down here. Dungeon Meshi definitely has a good chance. Apothecary Diaries, I really liked. I would say that has a good chance. Hitting top 25. Hello, Heathcliff. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Freerin is definitely going to have a solid chance. So Girls Band Cry I liked a lot. Probably not top 25, though. Undead Unluck I really liked. I would say there's a chance Undead Unluck could hit the fringe. Dandadan I liked a lot, but not top 25. Hibike Euphonium I binged like the entire franchise and loved it. So I would say that has a pretty good chance. Roshi Dere, Oshinoko. Look Back I would say is basically a lock to hit top 25. Why isn't Freer in here? When did I finish Free Run? Oh, you know what? I think I excluded stuff that I had finished close, because I like to give it at least a year to like sit on it. So I would say Free Run is also basically a lock to make it in. I don't think anything else there would. So I would say these 6 are the potential new ones that could hit the list. So the question then is going to be, if they hit the list, where do they fall? And then how do I reorder things to account for the new stuff? We do the same thing with listing what we watched and when we finished. Yeah, I really like that. I mean, I just like numbers and data and all that stuff. I haven't seen Gate, but it is on my watch list, I believe. Adachin Shimamura. I thought that was a cute show. I put Stingray somewhere in my top 10? High praise. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't say. I don't know how you're going to make a top 25. I can't even make a top 5 just because I love ranking things. And I guess it helps that I have a list and I just kind of... I then modify the same list to like account for new stuff that might have come out. Speaking of which, is anything else on my list? Has anything gotten a new season or something since I last updated? Dr. Stone has a new season airing, but I haven't seen it yet. Nothing else. Okay. So we'll start. Let's move all 5 of these up. Can I move all 5 at the same time? I don't think I can. I think it only moves 1 at a time, which is a pain. All right, let me... Let's do some of this real quick. Okay. 2 new special episodes that came out for Kaguya called Stairway to Adulthood. I did see that came out. I haven't watched it yet. I have read the manga though, so I do know what those episodes are adapting. Based on a clip or 2 I saw, it seems like they did a good job. The anime for Kaguya has been great from start to finish, so I need to watch those. They did also announce an anime original ending for like an upcoming movie or special too. So that'll be cool. Because that will be new to everybody. So Dungeon Meshi. I liked it more than Bang Dream. Did I like it more than Vanitas? I feel like I'd probably put it like right under Vanitas. Apothecary Diaries. I've only seen season 1. I've not seen season 2 yet. It did win a number of awards. So did Dungeon Meshi. Apothecary and Dungeon Meshi, Hibike, Look Back, Free Run. Those were all big winners in my award show last year. Apothecary, I would put... Probably right about here. This is all going on my gut. Undead Unluck. I did like a lot. I'd probably put that under Dungeon Meshi. Movie's gonna adapt 80 chapters though if the mangaka gets this way. That's a shit ton of chapters to adapt, and I'm sure they're gonna skip a lot, which... Honestly, from what I remember of the manga, if you're only focusing on Kaguya and Shirogane, and you're basically ignoring all of the side character stuff, because after the school festival, and then the stuff that was in the special and like the adulthood thing, it's a lot of side character stuff. So I think if they skip most of the side character stuff and they just focus on Kaguya and Shirogane, it probably can work fine. But it's going to depend how much they include the side stuff. Because I really like the side characters and the side stuff, but like the Ishigami and Ino stuff I thought was really cute, but I don't know how much they'll show. Waiting for that anime original Bleach ending? Did they announce that they were going to do... There's a new season of Bleach announced, I think. Hibike Euphonium, I would put... maybe right about here. Look Back, I adored. And I would probably put Look Back. Maybe right about there. Right next to Hibike. And Frieren, which was my Anime of the Year winner for last year at the award show. If you haven't seen the Leo Lovelace Anime Awards and you're curious, you can go check it out on my channel. Where I put on my own award show every year with 30 categories. Mangaka said the ending will be original. Manga ending was rushed because publishers, so fans were pissed. It's crazy to me that a series as long-running and beloved as Bleach got rushed at the end. You would think they would let them do whatever they want for the ending. Like, that's really, really weird. Frieren is definitely going to go a little higher up. I feel like right next to Vinland Saga sounds pretty good for Frieren. So if you put the year that it aired, I believe Frieren was started in 2023. Hibike was a lot of years, but I think it started in like 2015 maybe. Look Back was last year. Apothecary was started last year. Actually, that technically started in 2023. Dungeon Meshi was last year. Undead Unluck was also started in 2023. Okay, so then do I want to reorder any other stuff? You're in the Slayer and no enemies Thorfinn? Yeah. Very different in terms of how they might respond to certain threats. So I just added in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things, which means the bottom 6 that end up in this list are all going to get cut from the top 25. That could mean some new stuff I just added. It could mean some stuff that was already there. I just need to check if I want to reorder anything. Steins Gate, Place Further, Vinland, Frieren, Kaon, Bochi, Summer Render, Fruits Basket, Pompo, Dr. Stone, BK Look Back, Kaguya, Violet, Food Wars, Attack on Titan, Apothecary, Psychopass. Psychopass, I'm only counting the first season because I didn't like the other stuff, but each season is kind of self-contained. Or the first season of it is very self-contained. I did love it, but I think Psychopass needs to drop a little bit. If I compare it to some of these other things, just over time, you know, my opinions kind of change a little bit. I think Psychopass would drop all the way there. Made in Abyss, I do still like that a lot. Fate Babylonia, I really liked. Your Lie in April was really good. Working. One of the best comedy anime I've watched with some good romance subplot stuff. I think I'd move working up a little bit. Parasite. I think I would move Heavenly Delusion. I really liked Heavenly Delusion. I really want more from it. Vanitas was really, really good, and I don't like the thought that Vanitas is going to get cut. But this is tough because like all of these anime are in like the 8 to 8.5 range for me for scores. So it's like you're trying to figure out what's the best 8 and 8.5, you know? Top 25 manhwa. I haven't read any manhwa, I don't think. So I wouldn't be able to make a good list there. I love romance subplots. Same here. I love romance stories in general in like anime and manga. If it gets cut, it gets cut. No, no. Like, looking at these, like, I loved Fate Babylonia. But did I love it? Like, all of these, I feel like it's going to be hard to order. My top 3 has 4 anime because I couldn't pick a third. Why not just call it a top 4 at that point? Nothing wrong with that. Or just expand it to top 5 and then add one more. What are your top ones, Otto? Oblivion and my romance subplot was A tier. I know. I was invested. Number 1 for Urine. Excellent choice. Violet, excellent choice. Those are both in my top 15. Well, Violet just fell out of top 15 because I added new stuff, but it's in my top 20. Rune's in my top 10. Attack on Titan and Madoka. Attack on Titan's in my top 20. Madoka I really liked, but I haven't seen the movie yet. I think I gave base Madoka like an 8 as well, which is right around in here. But yeah, I haven't seen the movie yet. I need to watch that. Cowboy Bebop, still haven't seen it. Third movie, the third one is Rebellion, right? The first two are just like a recap of the actual main anime, and then the third one's Rebellion. Rebellion is the one I need to watch. I think... Fuck. I really don't want to cut any of these. But that's the hard part of having a top 25. Gintama, One Piece, Angel Beats. One of these is not like the others. Not that it's a bad list. I know Gintama and One Piece are both supposed to be amazing. But it's kind of funny seeing two super long-running shows with a ton of episodes and content, and then Angel Beats, which is super short, but still very good. Soundtrack as well for the ending sequence was astounding. Man, there was a soundtrack song in the base show. It was called like Creighton's Justifian or Justican or something like that. That soundtrack song is so good. I listened to that on loop so many times after I finished the anime. Fell off AOT, does it lull a bit in the middle and pick up? I would say if you were to like make a graph of AOT, I think the first season's really good. The second season is really good, but it's a step down from the first season. The third season is peak. I think Attack on Titan's third season is its like absolute best. The fourth season, which is what they called final season, was split into like 3 parts or whatever. I think the first part was really good. The second part was good. The third part fell off a little bit. And then the movies that ended it were like not bad, I still liked them. I didn't dislike the ending as much as a lot of people. I did think the movies were the overall lowest point of the series. So I would say, honestly, like, if the middle is season 3, I would say that was its peak. Season 3, part 2, in particular. Sorry, the first half of season 3, I would say is comparable to season 2. So maybe it does have a little bit of a lull in season 2 and 3. But season 3, part 2, and then final season, part 1 and 2, those two are like, or those are 3. Season 3, part 2, final season, part 1, final season, part 2. Back to back to back, peak. And then it goes down a little bit at the end. Also, hello, Truff. Belated, but welcome to the stream. Called a top 31? I can't do that. Are they still streaming? Oh, no, yeah, luckily I'm not them. It would stink to be them right about now. You found the One Piece. Damn. Gotta watch Durara. It's on my list. I love good soundtracks and songs. For the Chainsaw Man movie, I listened to Jane Doe 165 times. That's crazy. I've listened to In the Pool a ton. The Chainsaw Man movie was really good. I think season 2 is where I fell off and it wasn't grabbing me. That's fair. That's fair. I definitely am an advocate for dropping things if you're not feeling it. I know I've dropped a number of shows myself. You can see it. If anybody has an Annie list and you're not following me, Annie list is where I track every anime I've seen, as well as my score for everything. So if you're ever curious about what anime I've seen and what I rated it, every single thing I've ever seen is on this list. And you can follow me on there. And then when I add new stuff to the list, you'll see. But it also has every anime that I've dropped. You can see I've dropped 62 different anime. There was a period where I would try out basically every single new anime every season. Which is why there's a lot of shows that you might not have even heard of in here. Because I would literally watch 1 to 2 episodes of every anime for the season. And then I would just drop the stuff that didn't interest me. Yeah. I dropped the Nier anime, unfortunately. Rent-A-Girlfriend, I despise. 1 episode and then it got dropped. I would say the main character of Rent-A-Girlfriend, I think, is like gotta be in my top 3 most hated characters ever in any media. I can't stand that guy. Unfortunately, I did drop Eminence. I know that there are people here who like Eminence, so I apologize. I've read some of the manga. I don't know. I wasn't feeling the anime. Uzaki, I read the manga, but I wasn't really liking the anime. Zombieland, I just started liking less and less over time, which is too bad. Tonikawa, I read a ton of the anime, but I mean, I read a ton of the manga, but I got bored of the anime. I have 38 anime in my paused list, which those are anime that I started watching, got at least an episode in, liked it enough that I want to go back at some point, but hadn't like committed to dropping it. So like Assassination Classroom, I watched 6 episodes. I've heard that is awesome. Those 6 episodes didn't really grab me, but I feel like I need to give it a longer leash because I keep hearing how good it is. I don't know. Fire Force, I might just drop Fire Force. I gotta go back to Danmachi at some point. I gotta go back to Iron-Blooded Orphans. I liked those 6 episodes that I watched. Is it wrong to fall in love with a wasabi in the dungeon? That's gotta be an official spin-off. I know that Wasabi loves Danmachi. My Hero, I'm definitely going back to. Hello, Trinity. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. My favorite anime, Armando, is Clannad. It's a rom-com, but there's a lot of like character drama, and it gets really, really good. Yukos Suiri on pause. Is that Inspector? Is that the Japanese name for it? Uh, it is Inspector. Okay. Uncle from Another World I thought was really funny. I want to go back to that at some point. Nekopara spotted? Yeah. I watched one episode. I don't know how well you can... If I can, like... Yeah, there you go. Nekopara 1 out of 12. I've seen one episode. Grand Logan. I like Danmachi Season 4. Yeah, 4 and 5. I heard really good things about both. Sorry if you already said, but Death Note didn't make the cut. No, I liked Death Note, but I wouldn't say it's top 25 for me. It would be top 100. Maybe top 50. I don't know about top 50. It would be top 100. I feel like all of these are so comparable in score to me that it's like they're basically all equal. Okay, let's just remove the ones I know are gonna get removed so that I'm not getting distracted by having them on the list. So we still have 29 things in here, which means 4 shows still have to get cut to keep this list good. I guess Undead Unluck I'll cut. I really liked it, but I feel like I need to get more seasons to really solidify a spot in the top 25. So technically it's not getting cut, it's just not going to be added. 3 more have to get cut. The ending of Your Lie in April made me cry a lot. I think the soundtrack is one of the best in anime. But I feel like I can probably cut Your Lie in April. Food Wars cut? No, definitely not Food Wars. I love Food Wars. I don't think Food Wars is ever getting cut. Well, I guess you can't say that. There's always a chance something gets cut that I don't expect to get cut, but I think Food Wars has a very long leash. Like, Food Wars is one of my all-time favorite casts in an anime. The ending, not as good. I definitely thought the last season or 2 was a step down. But they did make the anime ending. It's not anime original. But personally, I think the anime ending was a little bit better than the manga ending. They also made one super annoying character in the manga less annoying. So I think the anime did a good job of like mitigating how bad the manga ending was. The manga did get an epilogue chapter that I liked, but the anime did a good job of like lessening the blow there. And it did adapt some of that epilogue chapter too. So, okay. 2 more things have to get cut. Dungeon Meshi has a season 2 announced, which I'm super excited for. I hate to say it, but I think Parasite might be on the cut list. I loved it, but it's hard to fit it in there, man. It's really hard to fit it in. So then I still have to cut 1 more. Vanitas and Heavenly Delusion are like super similar. Really liked both of them. Both have a really good like thriller vibe to it. Both have a really good mystery to it, and I love a good mystery story. Same thing with Summer Render. Same thing with Steins Gate. Like any type of thriller, I feel like tends to be something I enjoy a lot. Apothecary is kind of a thriller. Fate Babylonia does have a bit of my Fate bias for why it's in here. I do think it's my favorite of all of the Fate anime. But it is kind of carried by certain scenes. I hate to say it, but I think Fate Babylonia is going to be the last cut. Alright, so we cut out my former 17, 19, 20, 22, and 25 anime. And now I just have to make sure that these are ordered the way that I would want. I feel like Dungeon Meshi is going to go up a little bit. I think Made in Abyss moves down a little bit. I think Made in Abyss is going down to 25. You know what? No. I think Made in Abyss, I think Heavenly Delusion stays at 25. Picking out a top 25 is like picking out a CM team and support deck. You love them all so much, it's basically impossible. Ain't that the truth? That's why I think it's going to be way harder, like my top, like my best girl or best guy list, which I haven't updated in 3.5 years. Like, I've seen so many anime since then. I've played so many games and gacha since then. It's going to be horrifically hard to actually cut out so many of these people to make room for so many of the new ones. Oh my god. But I think that's going to be a fun challenge, you know? I've been struggling the last hour deciding what I want to do for the next CM. It's a long again. I don't know. You know I'm going to run Taishin. So, one of my 3 is locked. I think Violet I'm going to drop below Food Wars. Around like half my Umas around Biwa, but I suck at pace builds. Yeah, it's... The more that you have to add in power to balance out stuff, the harder it gets. Or wit. So if I keep this order, and this becomes 7, then Frieren is new. I did give Frieren a 10. Kaon would drop to 8, which means it's a -1 drop. Kochi would drop to 9, which is a -1 drop. Render drops to 10, which is a -1. Fruits Basket. Unfortunately, that means Fruits Basket falls out of my top 10. 13. Geek is 14, and that's new. Look Back is 15, and that's new. Look Back, I think I gave a 9.5. Abike, I gave between an 8 and a 9, or 7.5 and a 9. So Kaguya drops to 16, which is a -3. Food Wars drops to 17, which is a -2. Pilot drops to 18, which is a -4. Second Titan drops to 19, which is a -3. Apothecary ends up at 20, which is new. Dungeon Meshi ends up at 21, which is new. I think I gave that an 8.5, and I gave that a 9. Working drops to 22, which is a -1. Maiden Abyss drops to 23, which is a -5. 24, that stays the same, and Heavenly drops to 25, which is a -2. So there was a lot of shakeup in like the back half of the rankings. Although part of that is because I added in 5 new shows overall, which is a lot of new stuff. So naturally, anything below those is going to get affected quite a bit. But I think that's pretty solid for a new top 25. I'll have to make a new collage at some point, but I don't feel bad about this. Tama comes out the day before, so it's probably Tama Hishiyama, and I want Sky, but frontrunners on long is such a pain in the ass to hit stats. Ain't that the truth? Watched a video that said a front will help your end closers somehow, speeding them up? Really? I know that the front sets the pace for everybody else, so maybe if there is a front, it helps with setting the pace for the entire lobby in a way. I'm not sure though, I haven't watched any guides or read anything yet. I haven't looked at the new thing at all. Outside of knowing that it's a long and a 2500, I don't think I've looked at anything about the next CM. Fellow Hishiyama. Cashew loves Hishiyama. Just been re-rolling Rudolph to see if I get a better one. Once my files are out, I work on legacies. Was the Rudolph that you made the other day, was that meant to be an ace, or was it meant to be a parent? I was assuming ace, because it had some golds. I think 25 is barely long. I'm honestly not sure if 24 is long or medium. But 25 is definitely on the short end for long. And working is an ace. That's what I was assuming, because you said that she won when you put her in a race. If Cashew loves Hishiyama, then me and Cashew will get along nicely. He does indeed. He's the biggest Hishiyama lover that I know. All Frenzy goes crazy. I bet. That's the one that boosts what? Speed and power? Or speed and wit or something? Speed and power. That is a super nice stat for sure. Okay. Anime is updated. So, what do I update now? I could update my waifu list. Or I could update my OP list. An OP list would probably take longer, because I'd have to pull up a website where I can watch clips of them to remind myself of them. How'd round 2 treat you? I want to say I went 4-2-3-2 for the first day of round 2. The 4 one, Flash went sicko mode, and she won all 4 of those. And then the 2-3-2 that followed was a pretty even split of Taishin, Brian, and Flash. Brian wins the least. Although I kind of expected that. She was meant to be my, like... She's filling in the 3rd spot that I didn't know who to put. My Marzensky losing all these brain cells because of the extra 100 meters. Poor Maru. Replaced Flash for alt Rudolph. 2 days and only 1 win. I'm surprised, because I know you were super hyped to put Flash in your team. And your Flash was good if I remember correctly. I think Flash has been my best performer overall. She has like at least 15 wins? Or no, she has at least 12. I think it's in the 12 to 15 range. I'd have to check. OP list, is Saitama on it? He's OP. Uh, if I was doing overpowered list, for sure he would be on it. Maybe that's just unlucky. Could be. Plays Dodo with Hishiyama and help proc Dober and Ryan ults. Hishiyama's won the most races. Excellent replacement, and I know you like Hishiyama a lot in general, so win-win. Although poor Dodo. June of 2022. Oh my god. It's been so long since I updated my best girl list that I've literally seen about 120 anime since I last updated it. And that doesn't count 3 years worth of gacha. Although I bet best OP would be the same. I kind of want to try doing... I don't know. Should I do best girls or best OP? Both would be fun. I'll just do a poll, because I'm so indecisive all the time. What to update next? I know it's not anime, but have you seen Castlevania? Pretty good for a game to cartoon adaptation. I have not. I heard good things overall, though. I don't know, like, because I haven't played any of the games. I don't know if you really need, like, the knowledge of the games to get the most enjoyment out of it. Or if you can just enjoy it as somebody who knows nothing about Castlevania. But I have heard good things. I feel like it's close enough to anime that, like, it's one of those things kind of like Avatar. Like, if somebody calls Avatar anime, I don't, like, scoff at them. I know some people do. I do tend to err on the side of, like, I know I've had anime that have been nominated in my awards before that, like, were made in China, like the I'm blanking on the name of it, like what the Chinese animation name is, like not anime, but is it like Donghua or something like that? Like Link Click is one of those. So like I consider those eligible in my awards. So maybe for me it's like if it's Asian animated stuff, it's valid. If it's American animated, it's not. At least for the awards, but like, I don't know. If it's close enough. To Be Hero X is another show that, like, I'm watching that right now. That would definitely, I would consider that valid for the awards. But like, this gets debated on the anime subreddit all the time too, because they're like, so many people would consider something like Link Click or To Be Hero X anime. But the anime subreddit is like, no, it has to be created in Japan by a Japanese studio, and if it's not, then it's not anime, and you can't discuss it here. There's an argument on that subreddit all the time about that. Basically its own thing. They took Grant away from the story and bullied Hector. Don't really need prior knowledge. Okay, that's good. If it was good enough for directors from Ghibli to say Avatar is anime, it's good enough for me. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. All right, what are we looking at? Top 25 waifus with 67%. Anime OP is with 33%. Okay, we'll do waifus then. If I have time, I'll be able to stream until between 5 and 5:30. And it's 3:40 right now. So depending how efficient I am with the best girl list, I could potentially do OPs after, but we'll see. Okay. I'm going to I want to put these side by side. All right, give me a sec here. I just got to turn these off for a quick sec so I can update the stuff. Anime list. Sort by completed date. Can I sort the list in reverse? I guess not. You can only go one way. That's fine. Okay, so it was... I gotta increase the view on this. Or somebody say that K-pop Demon Hunters counts as anime, but I'm easy. I think definitions change with time. I definitely agree. Definitions definitely change over time. Almost there. Okay. Right about here. Okay. So I should be able to bring these back. Why did this move? Okay, so I sorted my Annie list, like, right, have every anime I've seen, by completion date, because I do put in the day that I completed everything. So, I don't know what the heck just happened. Basically, any show from June of 2022 and on is eligible for new characters, which means I'm going to say anything from Aharin and on, which I have here. I'm going to scroll up because it's ordered reverse. So anything from here on, if it's a character in there and they're new, they're eligible to be on the list. So I'm just going to scroll through very slowly and think about what characters that I like a lot that have a chance, not just who I like, but who I think has a good chance of potentially being top 25 tier. Hector is a protagonist in his own game in the anime. He becomes a pet to a vampire and gets dommed. What the hell? Feels bad for Hector fans, or maybe they want to be in his position, depending on who the vampire is. Okay. Kaguya Season 3 has Kaguya, Hayasaka, Ino. I would say... So I'm just going to start listing off the new characters who I think have a chance. I'm going to say Kaguya... Why does it always bold stuff? And why can I not type? I'll say Kaguya has a shot. Spy Family, I would really only say Yor, but I don't think top 25. Decime is cute, but not top 25. Dr. Stone, so I would say Kohaku. I've always liked Kohaku, but she's really grown on me, like with each consecutive season. So I would say she has a shot. Dress Up Darling, Marine is great. She won Best Girl in my 2022 awards? Or 2023 awards? One of those. I liked Takina in Licorice. Probably not top 25 though. JoJo's, I wouldn't say anybody. Overlord, nobody. I like Nazuna, but not top 25. Summertime Rendering, I like Ushio a lot. I would say she has a really good shot. Devil's a Part-Timer Season 2 was a huge disappointment. Quintuplets, I already have Nino. I don't see anybody else new. Bochi, I like Nijika a lot. Maybe her. Chainsaw Man, nobody. Gundam, nobody. Spy Family, nobody. Ice Guy and the cool girl, or Ice Guy and his cool female colleague. I really liked Fuyutsuki, the main girl in that. I would say she definitely has a good shot. She won my best girl in 2023 or 4. I think it was last year. She won in that one. Or maybe it was 2 years ago. I forgot. Dangers of My Heart. I like Yamada, but not top 25. Insomniacs. I do like Megari. I don't know about top 25. D4DJ, I already have people. Oshinoko. I like a lot of the characters, but not top 25. Yamada's good. Zom had good characters, but I wouldn't say any favorites. Jujutsu, I'm not huge on characters in Jujutsu in general. I think I'm one of those people who, I'm not like a Jujutsu hater. Like, I like the anime. But I don't get why people think it's like the best shonen or like the best stuff since sliced bread. Like, I don't get the hype. Like, it has cool action scenes, but I feel like the story has never really gotten me. Like, I've never been super gripped by the story. And honestly, I feel like I don't really care about most of the characters. Like, I like them, but I feel like they don't build them up enough for me to actually care if, like, I don't think there's been a single death in Jujutsu in the 2 seasons and movie I've seen where I've actually felt, like, particularly sad or emotional about it. Like, there's been 1 or 2 where I was like, damn, that's a bummer. That's, like, the most it gets out of me. Like, it hasn't made me connect to or really care about the characters, like, even close to enough to get emotional about a death or, like, something happening. Like, it's, I don't know. I don't want to go on a Jujutsu tirade. I gave it a 7.5 for season 2. Like, I still enjoyed it. But I feel like the story and the characters, which are the most important thing to me, just haven't really gripped me. And it's more of like, oh, it's entertaining and the action is good. And that's why I watch it. Need to watch the B&W AMV to have an excuse to slap Taishin in there. Gacha is eligible. This is not anime only, I guess, for everybody, so you know. This is not an anime only list. Characters from gacha games are also eligible. Like, I have a lot of FGO in here. I have a couple D4DJ, I have a couple Bang Dream. Now, granted, D4DJ, Bang Dream, and FGO have all had anime too. But gacha is eligible. So, UMA characters are also eligible. I like Tomori a lot from Bang Dream Maigo. Can it stop bolding everything up here? 3 inspo and 2 careers and all have been gold. What are the chances? That's very rare. I think 3 is actually the most in a row I've gotten. I typically avoid shonen, which is fair. There's definitely certain genres or like types of shows that I'm not as into. It's more so with games than anime, but what's a waifu character you really like? Yes. Basically, just like favorite female character. Sword Art. I already have Asuna in there. Frieren. So I would say Frieren, Fern, I both like a lot. I would say they both have a good chance. Soul Leveling. I kind of consider Soul Leveling the same thing as Jujutsu, with like the story and the characters I'm not like obsessed with or whatever. I'm just like, oh, I think it's damn fun to watch, and the action is really good, and the music is really good, And there's so many hype moments. I actually like solo leveling more than jujitsu. Which, I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion, but I have more fun watching solo leveling than I do jujitsu. Shangri-La Frontier, Kaido Gals, Konosuba, Mashal, Delicious and Dungeon. I like Marcial a lot. I would say she has a pretty good chance. Apothecary, I liked... This is embarrassing. I'm blanking on the main character's name. Mao Mao. I don't know why the hell I couldn't think of it. I was having a massive brain fart. I would say Mao Mao is definitely a good option. Girls Band Cry, probably nobody. Spice and Wolf. Hollow is good. I need to watch more, though. Dan Dadan. Momo from Dan Dadan, I really like. I would say she has a good shot. BK Euphonium. I would say Kumiko. Definitely is going to be up there. Oops. I like Kumiko a lot. Roshi Dere. Alya and Yuki I both like, but I don't know about top 25. Makeine, I wouldn't put anybody. 100 Girlfriends, I like the characters, but I wouldn't say there's any top 25 in there. Blue Box, Chinatsu, I adore. And that actually is all the way up to the top of the anime list. So that's 6, 12. So there was 14 characters from anime in the last 3.5 years that I think have a good shot of making it into the top 25. That's not bad. Jujutsu does shonen really good. I agree, it does do shonen good. I thought FGO was from the Babylonia. I mean, that also does apply. That's true. But yeah, I would say, as long as I've played the game, that also is fine. So I have to think about gacha stuff now. Daughters are fine. I like characters like Rice and Arao. Yeah, daughters are fine. Like, I call it a waifu list or a best girl list, but I look at it more as like favorite female character list. Those are just easier terms to say. It's a lot less syllables. Ubel from Freering can dominate me. Ubel is great. I'm a big Ubel fan. Hello, Havu. Sorry, that was belated. Welcome to the stream, though. Hope it's going well. Happy New Year. But I'm doing good. Doing good. Not looking forward to having a full week of work tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, but outside of that. I've been doing great. I hope you have as well. I love solo leveling despite being averse to shonen. Love the manhwa. I haven't read the manhwa. I'm anime only. But I think it's a lot of fun. Anya is cute. Anya is cute, yeah. That whole like trio of, or the whole family in Spy Family, I really like that whole family. I need to watch season 3 still. Bummer you didn't like Eminence. Oh, yeah, to answer you, Noel. Jack didn't really like it, but I also didn't really like it. I dropped it after 4 episodes. I have read more of the manga than the anime. I just like, I don't know. I didn't like the anime enough to keep going. Kind of dropped solo leveling. It didn't really grab me. That's fair. I mean, obviously to each their own. Like I said, I don't think the story is really anything special. So if you're mostly interested, I just like choked on my own spit. If you're mostly interested in the story of the characters, I can totally see why you would drop it. It's very flashy action. It's fun to watch. It's a fun power fantasy. But it's not like a lot of substance to the story and stuff, I would say. I don't think it's bad. Like, it's good enough. to enjoy, but not really a hot take. Everybody likes different. Yeah. How about Let This Grieving Soul Retire? It's like the opposite. I did put that on my list after you mentioned it before. Start school tomorrow and it's a 17-unit quarter. Oof. Good luck, Bacon. Yeah, new year, back to a typical work schedule, unfortunately. Or school schedule. My non-updated list is 714 anime? Damn. I thought me having about 450 was pretty good, but like, you gotta be on like Neko's level if you're at 700. I haven't seen Wistoria. That is on my watch list though. I think that's getting a season 2 this year. Off Eminence when Crunchyroll picked up the gacha and they started having canon events in the gacha you needed to. Oh, really? That's weird that they put canon events in the gacha. Neko mogs me. Okay. So now I have to think about gacha. So these are all anime characters. What gacha characters would also be potentially eligible? I wouldn't say there's anybody from Azure Lane that I like enough to be in a top 25 waifu list. Same thing for Persona. Same thing for Nikkei. Same thing for Blue Archive. I like the characters, I enjoy them, but I wouldn't say top 25 waifus. Same thing for Zenless. I don't know them enough. I have to really know the characters. Like, that's part of it. Like, it's not... This isn't, like, top 25 favorite designs. That would be a very different list. I can tell you You're From Spy Family is going to be in my top 25 if I'm talking purely design. I like her as a character, but she would definitely be top 25 design. Top 25 most attractive, I should say, would be definitely a different list. That would be a fun list to do, but that is not what this list is. This is my favorite character list, so it's holistic. It's how much I like their design, their personality, their story, their development, their dynamics with other characters, like completely holistically, how much do I like this character? Which is why for any gacha that I'm not like fully caught up on the story and all of the events and stuff, I don't think I could in good conscience rate them, even if I like them a lot. Like Aru in Blue Archive, I love Aru. Can I really put her in my top 25 if I'm not fully caught up on the story and all the events? I don't know. Or that I haven't been doing it for years. Like, I like her a lot in the events I have seen her in. Actually, I have read the events that she's a main character in, now that I think about it. So she would probably be eligible. But, like, FGO, I am completely caught up on the story. I've been playing for 6 years. I feel very confident about any of them that I put in, you know? Who do I have in there right now? Musashi, Arash, Ishtar, Mash, Okita. I don't think there's anyone else from FGO that I would put in there anyway. Yeah. There's others that I like a lot, but not top 25 tier. Like, I like Ushi a lot. I like Jalter a lot. But I wouldn't say they're top 25. Vinay, enjoy your base. Satanya was my favorite, but I love Vinay too. She's great. The gacha has the missing years when they were kids. Really? Don Memo was doing similar things where they had canon stuff not involved in the game. Danmachi did too? Mayonnaise Top Gun. Serenity is good. Yep, I like her. Mayonnaise Top Gun is so good. I have daughter Uma and wife Uma. Yeah. Personally, I would put the daughter characters on a different list compared to a waifu list. I guess when I say this is like a female, like my top favorite female character list, it does skew towards the waifu side rather than the daughter side. I wouldn't put like a personal like daughter tier on it, but everybody has different interpretations and reasons they would, or how they would make the list and stuff. So I think either's fine. Yichuan, I like her design a lot, but I have not seen her in the story. They are different. It's hard to like define a line though, like I can't even like, I'm trying to figure out how I would explain it, but I can't. I want to see a daughter in Emoto tier list. Yeah, that would definitely be different. Like Uraura I would put on there. Rice I would put on there. I'd have to like go through the whole, like Ahiren actually, from the Ahiren anime. Like I would put her in like Emoto or daughter list. I'm like quickly scrolling through to see if there's any other example that I would put in them. Anya, I guess, would be daughter list. the kid in Buddy Daddies, I would say daughter list. She's really cute. I'm blanking on her name. Buddy Daddies, Buddy Daddies is the one with the spies, yes. Yeah, I'd have to like go through the whole list and see at some other point, but those are some that definitely pop out. I like how the nickname the stable have for Maya was Gunshot. Really? That's funny. Is there an Uma that could sneak in? It's type competition. Cashew opening up the forbidden gates. If it's any Uma, it'd be McQueen, but Leo hasn't seen season 2, but I'm sure he read part of her story. Yeah, I've read all of the main story in Uma, the game. I've read the character stories for most of my favorites. I just haven't seen the anime. So, FGO, I don't think there's anybody new that I would add. Scarlet, Rappy, Snow White. Are you saying all of those are in your list, Wasabi? Rappy's in yours, Jack? I like all those characters, but I guess like if I were to put somebody from Nikkei in my list, probably the only one, actually like Alice from Nikkei, she's another one I would put in daughter tier list. I think Alice is super cute. Alice is best daughter. I would say Sakura from Nikkei is like the one Nikkei who I think has a chance of potentially being like top 25 for me. I love Sakura. Especially like after that summer event, she like skyrocketed in my list. She was so good in the summer event. The design is so good. Her personality was super cute. Like, oh man, Sakura Summer was top tier, man. For Uma, I would say McQueen has a chance. I guess I should actually put these down. Sakura. What was I just saying? McQueen. I would say Taishin has a chance. I mean, you guys know Taishin's my fucking goat. I have read her character story. I've read her full story. I like those. I have been also, in addition to Taishin already being a favorite, Taishin, I've fallen victim to the propaganda because of those Wife Taishin comics that I freaking adore. The Wife Taishin comics. Those are so good. And also you spam the Taishin wife mod. Exactly. Hello, Jersey. Welcome to the stream. Kursu top 5, my man. Mm-hmm. I am a long-time Kurisu enjoyer. That's for sure. That's true, though. I haven't seen Sakura's debut event. Why not just make a separate list for Uma? Realistically, I don't think anybody else would make it. Outside of those two. Nature, I would say is fringe top 25. But, yeah. None in that list to the right have waifus I could suggest? Oh, no. Well, I mean, it's a very long list. You can only just see part of it. Whispers Firefly. Hello, Frost. Welcome to the stream. I can't comment on that since I played 4 hours of Star Rail and I haven't opened the game since then. On the tangents of Uma, I've convinced Orphe being a Kusagaki spoiled and a shithead who enjoys misery of others. I know very little about her outside of that one like IRL story about the kid who she let pet her, or he let pet her. Nature getting 3rd place on the Uma waifu list. Yeah, I feel kind of guilty about that, but that's where she fell. Mini Taishin's adorable. Her eyes are funny. I love Mini Taishin. I ordered the Mini Taishin comics. Or the wife Taishin. Like, that artist who does them, they have, like, physical books compiling them. So I ordered it as part of my Comiket order. So I probably won't have it for a couple months because, you know, it takes time to get to the proxy, and then the proxy has to ship it international. But I will have physical copies of all of their comics soon. They have books? They do. They released physical ones. They have like 8 volumes or something, 8 editions. Now, I mean, each one is like 20 pages, but like, yeah, it's super cute. And I love physical media, so if I can have a physical copy of those comics, I will. Space to fit in Hina or Hoshino. I like both of them a lot. I like what I've seen in the story. I wouldn't say they're personal waifus of mine, though. Speaking of Blue Archive, Ibuki from Blue Archive, also daughter list. Ibuki is so cute. she's like, I would pamper her so much. She's so cute. Definitely would put her on a daughter list. I'd probably have a list separating game gacha, anime light novel, manga, and visual novel. I think that's if you have a ton of like waifus for each one, I think separating is probably good. Like, I could probably do that actually. Like, I have enough that I could. Maybe that's what I should do. Because it's so mixed together. This is just the holistic one. Ibuki's cheating. They somehow made something so adorable. Right. Like, how could you not? Put her as your daughter. Okay. So let's try looking at the ones that I put in here. And I'll try making my holistic top 25 one. If I have a little time, then I could try separating out, like, anime versus game gacha. Or I could try doing OPs. It's just gonna depend on my time. Zhao from Zenless is so squishy and cute. She is really cute, yeah. I don't know her that well, like, story or character-wise. All I've done is that, like, super short event where you, like, go with her to talk to people. Oh, Nursery Rhyme in FGO, I would say is another, like, daughter tier list. You mentioned you like physical stuff when we talked about games. Yeah, and that applies for everything. Like, any kind of physical media, I'm going to pick up my favorites. So, like, I have games are the biggest one, but then, like, manga, I have a ton of manga. I have some Blu-rays and CDs for my favorite movies and albums. Like, I have the Lord of the Rings Blu-ray box set. Art books for, like, artists I like. I import a bunch of stuff from Comiket. I buy, like, physical prints and stuff at conventions. So I have a huge physical art collection. If if any of my friends who like anime were to ever visit me, the amount of physical stuff that they could just like enjoy while they're here and visiting, with like all of the manga and light novels I have, with all of the like, I mean, again, I've been collecting for the better part of 5 or 6 years. I started in like 2018-19 for most of that stuff, but like I have many hundreds of manga volumes. I have at least a couple hundred art books and doujin stuff. I think I have a couple dozen Blu-rays, a few dozen CDs, hundreds of games. Like, physical media is the thing. I love collecting it. I love having it on the shelf. I love displaying it and organizing it. I think making a new list would be best, as you haven't made a choice for waifu from an anime yet. Yeah. It would be easiest to split them out. Feels like you're adding more to the daughter one. I just kept thinking. Kuroko from Railgun? I haven't seen Railgun. I'm not sure who that is. I don't have physical games as much anymore, but I do get light novel, manga, and books. That's still good. I read a lot of manga on my iPad. I think that is a fantastic device for reading manga. Like, I subscribe to the Viz, like, monthly subscription service and stuff, but I love having the physical volumes to flip through, too. Okay, let's start putting things in. So, I'm just going to go one by one. Kaguya from Love is War. Okay, you know what I'm actually going to do? I am going to separate them. And then when I have the two separated lists, then I can try and combine them to make a whole list. So let's copy paste this. Actually, let's duplicate. That would be easier. I'm going to duplicate this. So this is going to be an anime specific one, and then this one is going to be gacha and games. And I'm just going to remove the ones who do not apply. So if this is anime only, everybody who's not primarily anime is going to get cut. So, okay, this is where it gets dicey, though. If you have a girl who originated in gacha, like Areshkigal, I found out about her from FGO, I read her whole story in FGO, then they made an anime adapting the same arc that she's the main character in from FGO as an anime. That's Fate Babylonia. And I watched the anime, and I like her a lot in that. So then what do? Do you keep her in the anime list as well as the gacha list? Or do you remove her from that because it's an anime based on a gacha? But it is an anime. It's like 22 episodes or something. Like, I feel like there's an argument for either one. Or both. But if they're primarily, like Lisa from Bang Dream, she's my #1 overall as of right now. Mainly because of the game, the gacha game Bang Dream. But there are multiple Bang Dream seasons of anime. There's multiple anime movies focusing specifically on the band that she's in. So she's a main character in multiple movies, which are anime stories. Those were not in the games. Or they were in the games, but like... So that's kind of why it gets dicey for me. Like, Ishtar is the same. She's also in the same anime as Areshkigal. They're both main characters in the same one. Same with MASH. She's the main character in multiple FGO anime. Maho from D4DJ. D4DJ has an anime. She's the main character in the anime. Arisa from Bang Dream. There's like 3 anime seasons and a movie where she's one of the main characters. Ran is in the anime, but she's a side character. Musashi is not in any of the anime. Lisa I already talked about. Sayori is a side character in the anime. Saya is one of the main characters. Okita's not in the anime. So that's kind of where it gets dicey for me. Tablet's great for light novels. Yeah, any kind of reading, I think tablet is amazing. Use Mihone to read stuff. I haven't heard of Mihone. I mostly buy physical to support the series more directly. I only read my physical Pokemon. That is nice. I very much support buying to support the artist or the series. You know, let the publisher, whoever it is, know, hey, there's people out there who are willing to pay for this, who really like it, keep making it. Guessing you drop Black Clover? I haven't started it. It's on my list, though. Sometimes they're different enough to be different characters for the same character. Yeah, that's true, depending on how they adapt it. Depends if they're in anime a lot. If not, then nah. I think I'm just going to hard cut it and say, if the anime is based on a gacha game, they're not going to be eligible in my anime list. I'm going to say the anime list has to be characters who are not primarily from a gacha. Even if they're a main character in the anime, I'm going to say it's not good enough. So anybody who's primarily gacha will get removed. Why did it do that? I wanted to delete multiple rows at once. Okay. So I cut out everybody who is from gacha stuff. And then on the game one, I'm going to cut out everybody who is primarily from anime. So I'm going to have to add more characters to this one. Remove those three. So it's going to be easier to make an anime one because I already have a template here that I can base it on. Games, I'm definitely going to have to do a pass through of all the games I play and add more. So like in this case, like Ushiwaka from Fate, I would say has a good chance. Like Aru, I would say has a good chance from Blue Archive. I'll have to think about that once I get back there. I think that's good, especially if you mainly like them due to info only in the gacha. Yeah, I think where I primarily found out about them and became a fan from is like the ideal way to go about it. Just to like fully separate them, make it easier. I actually need to add... Did I have a... Okay, I do have the place thing here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have 14 total. 6, 12, 14. So actually, in total, all of these new ones I just added, and then these ones, that only totals 28. So I'll only have to cut 3 total. Good luck with your channel full-time. You gotta keep on the grind. That's the biggest thing. Especially for somebody who's new and just starting out. Be consistent. Forgot to follow Leo AnyList? Yeah, if you want to follow me on AnyList, it's just Leo Lovelace. So I don't know who uses it in the chat, but if you do use it, you can follow me on there. But I would agree with you, Jack. I don't know why I had Sword Art open there. Okay. So now we can go one by one with the characters. So we'd say Kaguya from Love is War. Where would I put her in this list? First of all, 02 is getting cut. I might have to do another pass through, actually, of anime in general, because if I'm cutting out all of those gacha characters, I probably had a big list like this before. So I think, let me just scroll through the rest of my stuff quickly. If I'm including other characters who I think have a good chance, Origaru Yui is my favorite. Yukino and Aroha I like, but Yui is definitely above them for me. I would say like Megari from Insomniacs could be an option. Let me keep scrolling here. Who else from anime is good? I mean, there's a lot, but I gotta try and be stringent so I don't get too many on the list. While I'm scrolling through, you guys can let me know, though. Do you have your... I don't know if anybody else has, like, top lists like I do. But if you don't, like, just off the top of your head. Ya head. Fucking pak ya can have a yad, bitch. If any of you have, like, a top 5 waifus or something from anime or gacha, whatever it is, feel free to put it and tell me. Still scrolling. I wouldn't say anybody from My Hero. I like a lot of the characters in My Hero, but I don't know that I would say I like any of them enough to be in a top 25. Food Wars. I have Alice. I like Arena a lot, but I don't know about top 25. I'm like speed scrubbing this. I've probably gone over people that I like. We're getting older here. We're into 2018. We got to be close to the bottom of the list now. Lucy from Fairy Tail. I gotta watch that. Fairy Tail and Eden Zero. They're both on my list. Outlaw Star. I think it's in my plan to watch list. Hello, Tim. Welcome to the stream. We're ranking my top waifus. I finished ranking my top anime, so now it's waifu time. And if I have time after that, then I'll do my like anime opening songs. I liked Mary. This is quite the pull. Mary from Grimgar. Nobody ever talks about Mary from Grimgar. Or Mary. She's... Oh, you can't see the picture because it got cut off. Well, maybe you can see it on the zoomed out page. Right here, that tiny little picture. I liked Mary a lot. She was my favorite character in that. Can't really stick around. It's house cleaning Sunday. Well, good luck with your chores, Tim. Usually I do stuff. Saturday morning is like my go-to for chores. And cleaning and all that jazz. Winry from Full Metal is good. Yogo from Gurren Lagann is good. Okay, I honestly don't really see anybody else that I think I'd put in here. I accidentally read that as a nil list instead of any list. Oh. Yeah, that would be a little bit different. Okay. So Kaguya we put in. Marine from Dress Up Darling. Let's see, Marine. Probably there. Nijika from Bochi. Barack. Let's see. I'm just gonna put one in. I'm just gonna like go down the list until I find like, okay, yeah, this is a good point to put them at. I think here. Actually, I'm gonna reorder the existing ones before I put the new ones in. So that will make it a little easier. So Tanya, I'm gonna move, oops. So Tanya, I'm gonna move down. Vine, I'm gonna move up. Everybody else, I think, can stay the same. Okay. So we put Nijika in. Tomori from Bang. So Tomori is from Bang Dream, but I saw the anime before the game, so I consider her anime. She has since been added to the gacha game. It's weird, because in Japan, I think she was in the gacha game before the anime, or like they got added right at the same time as the anime, something like that. But she got added after the anime in English. And I don't really play the game anymore. I haven't played the game in a while, so I only really would count her for the anime. Okay. Marcel from Dungeon Meshi. There's a character that's from SAO, but they're from a game that you haven't played. Oh, what's the name? I know there's a character named like Stray or Straya who shows up in a couple games, but I feel like that's the only one I might know. And I don't really know them. I just know the name. Rain. Yeah, I don't know of a Rain. Marcel. Probably like here. Mau from Apothecary. I would say I don't think she's gonna end up making it to the list. She's gonna be at like the very end. I like her a lot. I don't know that I like her enough to end up being in the top 25 though. Kohaku from Dr. Stone. Hitagi Senjukahara. Shirai Kuroko, Sumi Sakurasawa, Yoko Littner, Bell Hancock, Biscuit Kruger, Scarlet, Komoe Tsukiyomi. I don't think I know them. Chrome, Chaika, Letha, Charmy. There's a lot of names in there that I don't think I've ever heard of, if I'm being honest. Charmy, Taletha, Chaika, Chrome, Komoe. I don't think I know any of them. Urza I know. Biscuit I know the name of, but I don't actually know who she is. Like, I recognize the name, but I couldn't tell you who she is or what show she's from. Boa I know who she is. Yoko I know. Sumi, I think she's from Rent a Girlfriend, right? She's the redhead. Kuroko, I don't know, but I think you said that was a Railgun Girl. Senjukahara I know is Monogatari, but I haven't seen it. Played this from Full Metal Panic. That's been on my list for a while. I heard Leo say Senjugahara and woke up from the dead like, ha, Leo seen Monogatari? No, no. I was listing off Wasabi's chat where he listed his favorites. Monogatari's on my watch list, though. I'll get to it eventually. Kohaku. Maybe like here? That's 3 blondes in a row. Ushio from Summer Render. I like Ushio a lot. She's gonna end up pretty high, I think. Yeah, she's pretty up there. Fuyutsuki from Ice Guy. Cool girl. Tomoe is the best teacher ever. Oh, Index. Okay. So you have multiple railgun ones then, huh? An Index and a railgun? Maybe after Onizuka? Damn. Onizuka I hear a lot of good things about. Fuyutsuki from Ice Guy. Oh, she's gonna end up being pretty high. I haven't found a good stopping place yet. I still haven't found a good stopping place. Oh. Maybe right around there. All right. Freerin. From Freerin. Like Hawkeye from Brother. Oh, Hawkeye's really good too, yeah. Hawkeye and Winry both I like. This gets Hunter x Hunter. Okay. All right, Freerin. Freerin. Maybe about there. Fern from Freerin. Maybe probably right next to Freerin. Momo from Dan to Dan. Execuyo from Gintama. I feel like I know that name. That sounds really familiar. From Reborn, bring it back already. It's been 15 years. Oh man. I'll probably put Momo here. We're getting a lot of like new ones in this middle group. It's interesting, like a lot of my top ones are staying there, and then a lot of new ones in the middle, and then the rest are kind of interspersed. All right. Kumiko from Hibike. Yeah, Lena from Vladilena. Lena from 86, yep. I think she's probably going to be... She's right on like the verge of getting cut right now, though. Chinatsu from Blue Box. So this one is slightly biased because the anime Blue Box was really good. She was great in it. I have been reading the manga since it started 4 years ago. 4 to 5 years ago. So I'm very familiar with her and lots of future developments and stuff in the actual anime. But... Top 5? Top 5. Megari from Insomniacs. Okay, so that's 33 minus 5, so that's 28, which means the bottom 3 would get removed, which is Azusa, Mao Mao, and Lena. So then 33 minus 8, so we should have 25 now. So if we then update the list... Darn, Alice fell out of the top 10 by 1. What the hell are the odds that Satanya ended up being that close? Okay, so we lose 02, Azusa, Mao Mao, and Lena, but by making it anime only, we add in 3, 6, 9, 10, 13. We add 14 new ones. And I think we end up with a pretty solid list right there. I'll have to make another, like, a collage kind of thing. And then just post it later. Golden Kamuy Asirpa. Asirpa's good. I like her. Nina from Now That We Draw is really good, but not anime. I feel like lumping anime and manga together is fair. Do like an anime manga list, and then do like a game gacha list. As separate things. Alright, Fern, Frieren, Megari, Vine, Satanya, Kaguya, Marcial, Momo, Kohaku, Nijika, Kumiko, Machi, Tomori, Toru, Alice, Marine, Ushio, Fuyutsuki, Yui, Nino, Chinatsu, Takemoto, Furisu, Rin, and Asuna. Solid list. Okay, now for the gacha version. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 currently in the list. Before I add anybody new, I want to check and see if I want to change the order of any of these. Maho is definitely moving up pretty significantly. Musashi, Arash. I think I would put Arash slightly above Musashi. I would put Ran above Arisa. Ishtar, I would put probably above them. Mash, I would put above them. Sayori, maybe like that. Saya, Happy to alter. Okay, I think that reordering is fine with me. And how many was that? That's 11 total, so I need 14 more if this is going to be gacha specific. I also have to update the last update date, so I remember. Zuyan from Zenless. She's the cop, right? Okay, let's go by game. So Nikkei, I'm going to say just Sakura for now. For Blue Archive, we'll say Aru, and I'm not sure if anybody else. For Uma, we'll say McQueen, Taishin, Nature. I don't know about anybody outside of those three. P5X, I wouldn't say anybody. Azure Lane, probably not anybody. FGO, we would say Ushiwaka. I gotta look at a freaking list of FGO characters. there's too many. I'm not gonna be able to remember them all. Let me pull up an FGO list. Alright, PP5X. I feel like it's another one of those games I just haven't gotten far enough in the story yet. If you don't remember them, are they really top 25? Yes, there's just so many that I need to make sure that I don't forget somebody. There's too many that I like. The list is extensive. You guys can't see the list because of the way I freaking cut the picture. Okay. Hold on. That's not what I wanted to happen. All right, there's FGO list. I can think of some off the top of my head. It's more of I want to make sure I don't miss somebody that I might not remember. So like Jalter, I would say, is an option. I guess I could go by like story chapter in my head actually. So Nitocris, I would say, is an option. I'm just like silently going story chapter by story chapter in my head to try and remember who the main characters are. You forgot King Halo, is she in the daughter list? I would say King Halo more of the waifu list for me. I'm just trying to put down the ones that I think definitely are gonna make the list, and then I can add in more who are potentials after that. Alright, let's skim through this list really quick. Boo 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 Boo, Medusa is good, she's a classic. It might be harder to fill out a top 25 than I could have thought. Like, the ones towards the end might just be like, oh, I have extra room, so yeah, I'll put you in. Oh. Castoria. Castoria is... who you guys might know as Saber if you've only seen the Fate anime, but it's her caster version from a different point in her life. There's a bunch of different Sabers that are different classes and different aspects of Saber. Alter, yep, Saber Alter. So you have Saber Alter, you have Saber Lily, you have Caster Artoria, which is Castoria. You also have Zerkatoria, or Berserker Artoria, which is Castoria, but Berserker version. You have Lartoria, which is Lancer Artoria, but you also have Lalter, which is Lancer Artoria Alter. You have MHX, which is the assassin version from a different universe, and then there's MHXX, which is the summer version of her. You also have... no, that's about it. For actual Artoria. Then there's the summer versions. Big Umu energy. Saber of Red. Red Saber. Yeah, Mordred versus Nero. Depending on your definition. Melt is good. I don't know about top 25, though. I like Cersei. How many did I say I needed? I have 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 11, so I need 14 more. 4, 7, 9. I need 5 more somehow. Scotty I like. Scotty definitely is a good option. Da Vinci is a good option. Kama is a good option. Oh, Space Ishtar. How could I forget about another Rin face who I love? What the heck? Space Ishtar is a definite. Time to get my Japanese lesson. Hello, Master. Welcome to the stream. You're making me believe Akira about they're all just Saber. There's a lot of Sabers. There is no denying that. Morgan is great. I mean, FGO has been going on for 10 years, so there's a shit ton of characters, but like I'm at, you can't see the ID number, but that's like what servant number they are in the game, chronologically by when they were added. I'm at number 360 right now, and I'm still going. And these are still characters who have been released in the English version. There's a shit ton of characters in FGO. EO and Huyin's Zhou, I like both of them a lot, but I don't know about top 25. Same thing for Nidicrus Alter. Same thing for Cuckoo. Hope Johanna I like. Probably not top 25, though. Saber Moose I like a lot. Wow, so we actually, just now in the English version, we hit character number 402. The 402nd gacha character. And the Japanese version is up to 461. So that means over the next 2 years, there's still another 59 characters who are going to be added. Which is pretty crazy. That's a bit, yeah, that's a lot. But that's what happens when you're a 10-year-long gacha. Yuki and the drone CG from Heaven Burns Red. I bet there's a lot of good Heaven Burns Red characters that I wouldn't know about to add. So we can put down, we'll just put down some other good options. King Halo, I would say, is an option. I don't know about. I was gonna say Gold City, but I don't know. Top 25, I feel like might be pushing it. From Blue Archive, maybe Yuka. From Nikkei. I liked Mori a lot. Nobody else from D4DJ or Bang Dream. Okay. So let's start doing that. Sakura from Nikkei. Mori from Nikkei. It's going to be really hard for anybody to like penetrate my current top 10. Alice. Alice, I would say, is more daughter list for me. But she is great. Aru from Blue Archive. Sugar I like, but I have seen her. I don't think I've seen her in like any events. I love her design, but I don't think I've seen her in any events. Ludmilla I also like a lot, but probably not enough to hit top 25. Aru. Probably here. I think I could drop Saya a little bit. Yuka. Doro or Dorothy. Doro is the honorary top waifu. McQueen from Uma. Just copy Uma because there's gonna be a lot of Umas. You can go up there. Taishin from Uma. Scrappy and Helm, probably the same thing. I like both of them. If I were to make a Nikkei specific list, they'd probably be top 10. But for all my gacha combined, probably like fringe 25. I think this middle area needs to be reordered a little bit. Where the heck would I put Taishin here? I guess I'll put her next to McQueen for now, but I feel like there definitely needs to be some reordering here. Okay, that seems fine. Nature from Uma. I would probably put nature like right about there. King Halo from. I'm just gonna put down Halo because it's easier to remember. No, we can put the full name. I don't know why I was getting stuck up on that. King Halo. We can put. Like there. Okay, now for the lion's share, which is the big list of FGO ones. All right, Ushi. Unironically, gold ship. I'm gonna have to not comment on that one. Obviously, to each their own. But if I were to do an Uma list, Gold Chip is probably towards the bottom of my Uma list. I don't dislike her. But I did an Uma sorter on stream a while ago, and I think she was like bottom 3 for all the Umas for me. I think she's funny, but she's not what I would like in a waifu. Ushi. Maybe up there. Maybe at the bottom of the list right now. Jalter. Probably about there. Nitocris. Nikkei loves so little. I think it's... Part of it is that most of the games that are already on here are games that I've been following since like 2019. So I have a lot more investment for like FGO, D4DJ, Blue Archive. I mean, sorry, FGO, Bang Dream, D4DJ. I started playing all of those in like 2019, except D4DJ, which was like 2021, maybe. So those are my 3 oldest gacha, so to speak. So I have a lot more time getting to know those characters and get attached to them. And then Uma is obviously like the big one I've been playing a lot as of late. So Nikkei's kind of in this like in-between period of I've played it longer than Uma, but not as long as a bunch of the other ones. And then I like the characters, but I'm also not... Like, I missed the first year's worth of events where it would introduce you to a lot of them. And a lot of those characters haven't shown up in the story that I've played, so it's like, there's so many characters that, like, I know and I like the designs of. If I were to do a list of most attractive characters, there's probably a good number of Nikkei who are going to be in it. But, again, if this is, like, the holistic ranking, where it's, like, story, personality, looks, growth, like, it's harder for me to rank them. But just because they're not on the list doesn't mean I don't like them. Don't take it that way. Astoria is definitely going to be up there. I loved her story and her character arc. So we're currently at 23 in the list. I have 5 more. So once I put those 5 in, then I can cut whoever the bottom few are. Dream Journey December next year. Wonder Cute late September this year. Got a solid 8 months to save up. Good amount of time. Da Vinci. I feel like a lot of these FGO ones I added are actually just not going to make it. I'm just going to cut out Morgan and Kama. They're not going to make it. Spacious Char would be the last one. Chio and Bourbon overlap. That is feels bad, man kind of moment. I remember you mentioning Chio being very up there for you. Okay, so we have 29 minus 3, so we actually only have 26 in here. Which means I only have to cut out 1. So now we have 25. So that actually works out really nicely. So this would be 2. That is a plus 11 jump. Nice job, Maho. Plus 4 for Aresh. 4, so she's new. We have 5, which is a minus 3. 6, 7, 8. New. 9, which is a plus 5. What the hell? 10 plus 2. 11, new. 12, that's plus 3. 13, that's plus 11. 14 plus 2. Can I stop pressing 1? 15 and 16 are both... Wow, what the hell are the odds that Saya was the exact same spot still? 19, that's minus 8. 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. All right, and there's top 25 waifus for gacha specifically. We've been productive. We did top 25 anime, top 25 waifu for anime and manga, and then top 25 for gacha. Nice. Very nice. Cool. What time is it? It's 5 right now. Okay. So I still have a little bit of time. Since it is 5, actually, good luck to anybody watching who's jumping right into round 2, day 2 of the UMACM. I usually wait. I typically don't do it until a few hours after it opens. But good luck to anybody who is doing it right away. Okay. So, I could either try and work on OPs. I don't know if I can finish it right away. Because I feel like I have at max maybe like a half hour. But I could try and do either my best OP list update or rather than doing another top 25 list update, I could switch and do like a tier list or something. I haven't looked up tier lists. So I don't really know what a good choice would be. The only thing that I looked up and saw that might be decent was a pet peeve tier list. Or I guess I could do like a generic, like pull up a waifu or a gacha thing and then just rank them based on like how attractive I find them. I don't know. I did character design aspects a while ago, and I thought that one was fun. I don't know. I don't know what to do. There's so many options. I've been stun locked by indecisiveness today nonstop. Where were these tier lists I was looking at? Let me open a new window. Get this this over here. Go over here. Go over here. Anime intros, outros. Those are always fun to talk about, for sure. Which is the list I currently have up. It's not organized very nicely, though. What the hell are these ones I have on the side? So these were the ones that ended up in the top 25. I think these were like the close, but not quite. These must have been... What was I doing with all these ones on the side? When did I last update this? Of course I closed the tab. So my openings... I haven't updated openings since April of 2022. Jeez. Oh my god. Last update April 2020. That's crazy. I have so many years worth of stuff that I've watched since then. Where was April 2020 on my list? I've seen double the amount of anime since then. I have 220 anime I've seen since then. That would be options for the list. That's crazy. I feel like I can, like, just from a quick scroll, there's definitely some that I feel like have a good chance. Like, there was a K-On! One. Like, Don't Say Lazy, I think, was one of the openings, or was that the ending? I like that one a lot. The Ava one is classic. I don't know if I like it enough to actually put it in my own top 25, though. The Day I Became a God, I think, had a good one, if I remember correctly. God of High School has a good one. Interspecies Reviewers has a really good one. That I would not be able to play on stream. Maybe I'll just do some anime quiz stuff. I don't want to start updating it and then not have enough time, so I'll probably save that for a different top 25 stream. And instead, I'll just do some of those, like, anime quiz games. Let's go to YouTube. It's quite the thumbnail. Anime quiz. Anime OP quiz. Yeah, Donkey Anime. This guy has a ton of anime quiz stuff that's good. I have not seen Uemama's new song. I heard that she made one, but I haven't seen it myself. I'll have to watch it later, though. It's a banger. Is it like a sequel to the previous one? I saw one screenshot of it that looked kind of similar. References the others. Okay. All right. What are we gonna do here? So Donkey has a bunch of good ones. Ow. Ow. That's loud. Oh, you guys couldn't hear it because I didn't have desktop audio on. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna turn off the chat song. All right. So if you guys want to play along, you can. Um, although obviously I'm gonna be saying whatever it is out loud as soon as I know what it is. I probably need like a counter or something. Do I have a counter? Text. I guess I could just make a counter. Don't have the skills? You gotta have faith. You gotta believe in yourself. Too lame, I don't watch enough anime? No. Actually, I wonder how, so I'm gonna get this away for a second. Mm, I gotta check a different website I use. Did you see the Konoha video done by Musin Pro? I don't think so. Mm, I'm just like scrolling through video options. Um, they haven't posted as much as they used to. I've actually already watched some of these. Aw, man. 100 anime opening quiz, super easy to otaku. All right, we can do 100 anime opening quiz. Let me full screen it. Pop it back on this screen. Score in the corner is really hard to read, huh? There we go. Watched 113 anime in 2 years, not including additional seasons. 113 in 2 years is very efficient. 56 a year. Apparently, Cosmic Graph, one of the Nikkei artists, commented in one of Kono. Oh, really? That's funny. I'm sure they felt super excited about that. Alright, so this is probably going to give me like 5 or 6 seconds to guess the song. Or the anime it's from. We'll see how we do. I have no idea. This is a super easy one? Oh, it's One Piece. I've never seen it. No surprise. I think that's Death Note. Yay! Oshinoko. I can indeed turn it up if it's not loud enough, yeah. My Hero for this one. Alright, I just bumped it up more. Mashal. I'm giving myself the point before I even hear it. Alright, I'm not gonna say what it is if I know until the countdown, so I don't spoil it. I feel like maybe Naruto? Jujutsu. I skipped that. Fire Force. Love is War. Oh. Alright, we're doing good so far in the easy category. I think Demon Slayer? Okay. I know that's Naruto. I've never seen it, but that opening is iconic. Noragami. Wow. I believe that's One Punch Man. Oh. Double digits, baby. Tokyo Ghoul. All right. I think it's Full Metal Alchemist. Oh fuck. I know it. I can't think of it. Fuck. Damn it. I recognize that one too. Free Rent. I skipped the opening. Something old. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's 20 years old. Oh, now we're talking. After I skidded and lost a bunch in a row. Your Lie in April. Fate. That's a great opening. Is that No Game No Life? Okay. I gotta get as many points as I can in the super easy section. I don't know this one. Oh, Dragon Ball. Yeah, I never watched it. That explains it. Fate Song was banging, right? Fate gets a lot of good openings. This feels like an old shonen, but I don't know it. Yeah. Monogatari. Should know that one. It sounded familiar. Dragon Ball, I hate myself. Denderan. Vinland Saga. I'm gonna get my ass kicked in Party no Taco. That's an all-time favorite. Dr. Stone. I feel like I've heard it, but I don't know. Yeah, another classic I haven't seen. It's either like an old show or something really recent. ReZero. Okay, we hit 20. I think it's Haikyuu, but I haven't seen it. Okay. I have no idea. Ask class. I don't know, man. Some old shonen? Kind of. Oh, Violet Evergarden. There we go. Domestic Girlfriend. Woo. Man, people shit on that show. No, oh my god, oh my god, I fucking hate myself. I hate myself so much. I don't know this one. People shit on Domestic Girlfriend all the time. I thought the manga was good up until the last 5 to 6 chapters, and then the ending crashed and burned. Gurren Lagann, I think. Okay, back on the board. I have no idea. Hidomikano OP, it's like a jolt of lightning struck me. That one is godly. I don't think I know this one. Well, I've seen it. But... Oh! Promise Neverland? No! I think it's the same artist who does Promise Neverland. Death Parade. Okay, one of my all-time favorites. Now we're talking. Bodokoi. And I'm not sure, Truff. Something I've seen it. Ah! I like that one a lot. I like this song a lot, and I can't think of it. I haven't seen this. This is why these games get hard. It's like once you start getting them wrong, you get rattled. And I can't recover. I don't think I've seen it, but I recognize the song. What? Well, I have seen it. This is Promise Neverland. Right? Overworld? Okay. Okay. Call of the Night. I gotta make a recovery. Soul leveling, I think. I'll take 3 in a row. Oh yeah, baby. That's Food Wars. Now we're talking. This is such a nostalgic opening. Oh my god. Ooh. Parasite. Okay. Oh, fuck. I feel like I should know this one. Oh, I haven't seen it. It was insane auto-tune on the Parasite one. Yeah. Something recent, it's a romance. Fuck! This was my winner for Best OP last year. Fuck! How did I forget that? I needed like another 2 seconds and I would have gotten it. Call of the Night's very close. I haven't seen season 2 yet. Ooh. Ranking of Kings. Yep. Okay. Guilty Crown, one of my all-time favorites. For OPs, not for anime. OPs specifically. Sounds like Hiroyuki Sawano. Like, who made it? Ah, Recreate. Yep, he did the music for that. Oh. Fuck, was it Origairu? Yes! Oh, at the last second. I don't know that one. Shit. Oh, yes. We're cooking. That's Grand Blue. I love Grand Blue's opening. It's so good vibes. I feel like I've heard this, but I can't place it. Ah. Elfin lead? Okay. Okay. I know this and I'm gonna get really mad. I held my tilt in. I wish that got more seasons. That was good. I have no idea. Ah! Yeah, the biggest... Because it said to be continued at the end and then it never got another season. I know this too. I'm gonna get mad. Oh my... What's wrong with me? This is recent, within the last 3 years. It's an action show. Okay, it's not within the last 3 years, but I was right. It's an action show. I don't know this one. Can I get to 40 at least? I feel like I always end up in the mid-30s. Ah, well, well, well. If it isn't Wasabi's jam. I have no idea. That one's a mystery. I heard good things about this anime. Fake fan? No! I feel like I know that one. I like the song. I haven't seen it, but I do like that song. Sounds like ReZero or something. I know this one. I know this one. Fuck me. Very vaguely familiar? Ah, yeah, I watched this like 8 years ago or something. I have no idea. We're in the otaku difficulty tier now, so it's probably gonna be pretty hard. I watched this twice. It's one of the only anime I've rewatched. I don't know this one. This is on my watch list. Why is this in otaku list? That's Dungeon Meshi. That should not be in the highest difficulty. Come on, I need to get 3 more. I don't know that one. I've never even heard of that show. I have no idea again. They're definitely gonna go deep cuts. I've seen this! I know this. I know it. I know it. Oh, it's... Ah! I don't know this one. Me for over half of these. Gotta bump those numbers up, man. Oh, I heard Jin was really good. I don't know this. Gotta cook with Rudolph. Nice. Put the here. Okay, we like that. That's Link Click. That's one of my all-time favorite openings. That opening fucks, right? That's a god tier opening. It won my best OP award at my awards a few years ago. I feel like I recognize this one, but I don't know. Oh! What is wrong with me? I know this one. It's the fucking pink hair girl with the fucking music anime. Oh my god! Fuck! I listened to this one so many times! I just couldn't think of the name. I don't know this one. I do know this one. I don't know this one. My streamer's washed. Oh, no. Yeah, I've never seen this. It's on my list though, actually. Nah, I definitely don't know that one. I know this one and I'm gonna get mad. That was pretty underrated. That was a good romance. That one I have no idea. Rakudai Kishi's it? Oh, is that Chivalry's other name? Danganronpa. Okay. I think I know this one too. I think I've seen it. Yep. I watched it literally a month or two ago. All right. Well, I ended up with 38 out of 100, which isn't too bad. I don't know if you guys were counting your own. But I'll take I feel like I typically end up in like the low to mid 30s, so 38's a little better. I could have gotten like 45 if I didn't choke on some of them. But what can you do? I was late and trying to type fast. Yeah, that's like there's a little bit of the stream delay too. Uh Stream delay, and I have the chat on like the middle tier, which is like um like you can choose how fast the chat like updates, like how real time it is basically, and I have it on the second tier, which is like the good middle ground tier. You can have it a little faster so the chat pops up a lot faster. Um or you can slow it down a lot. I usually put it on the middle. If it's something where you need a lot of interaction, having it on the faster one is usually nice. There's just a risk that it hits stream quality a little bit with like resolution and stuff, so I usually go for the middle ground. Got one more than I thought I would. That's good then. That's still overall success. Some of these are shows you've watched. Yeah. I mean, I guess when I've seen, what was it, like 450-ish, it's just hard to remember all of them. But it's fun. I like doing these kinds of things. I was 1 point off. Oh my god. That's heartbreaking. Bad at this kind of stuff, even if it's stuff I knew, my brain just collapses and I become that guy, you know, the person with the person who does the thing. Oh, I know, I know. I was saying that in the middle of this video too, where I was like, once I forget one or two that I should know, it's like then I get rattled and I'm so caught up on the fact that I just missed this one or forgot this one that I'm then like, what the fuck? How did I not get that? And I'm too busy thinking about how I didn't get it to then think about the one that's currently playing, and then I miss that, and it's like a spiral. Um, Thinking on the spot is just hard. Good thing I didn't fail Gintama. That one would have been embarrassing, given that Gintama's your number one. This guy has a ton of videos like this, though. So there's plenty more options for, like, quizzes that you can do on his channel. There's other kinds of games, too, outside of, like, anime OP quiz, but, like, there was another one I liked. Oh, yeah, rank the anime openings without knowing the next one. I did that one, and I liked that one a lot. Because it's like, oh, you hear a really good one, and you're like, okay, this is probably, like, number this is gonna be number 1, nothing's gonna be better, and then the next anime that shows up is, like, one that you love, or you end up getting a shitty one as the first spot, and yeah, that's a good one. Anime iconic scene quiz, that would be interesting. Gotta pause to recuperate? Yeah, yeah. Is it Jackbox that does that? Oh. EDs, I would definitely not do as well. I think EDs are a lot harder than OPs. There's some really good ones, it's just not, like, as memorable, I feel, a lot of the time. That being said, I do need to call it unfortunately. I would love to do more of these, but I do gotta go have dinner. It's not one that I can, it's chicken, so I feel like I gotta be ready right when it is ready because I don't wanna have to heat up chicken. You wouldn't fail Gintama EDs? Well, if I ever end up doing an ED quiz and Gintama shows up, I expect you to be 100% accurate, Wasabi. Um, but yeah, so I do have to call it there, unfortunately. But hope you guys enjoyed the top 25 stuff and then this random OP quiz at the end. It was fun. I definitely got to do more of these in the future because I got other stuff I got to rank and more tier lists and quizzes to take. Um, Streams for next week, off the top of my head, I think Digimon again probably going to be Wednesday from now on. So probably Digimon on Wednesday. I think Halo 4 on Thursday. We should finish Yakuza Kiwami on Saturday. And then Sunday will be TBD. But at least the other 3 streams, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, should be those 3. So hopefully I see you guys for some of those streams. But otherwise, thank you again for coming to the stream. I hope you had fun. Thank you, Noel. I'm going to devour the chicken, I'm sure. And I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. Until next time, bye bye.